Welcome everyone. Welcome guys. Welcome. Oh wow, there's a lot of people coming in. welcome everyone. Hey Dan, what's up? What's up? It's been a while. Alright, so what's up everyone? Hey, what's up Zoke? Zoke1. Frisk, what's up man? Okay, so we are live on YouTube and on Instagram. We are going to wait for about like 5 minutes here. We start around 7:49 as we're waiting for more people to join in and as more people get notifications. Hey Project K, welcome. Glad to see you back. Alright. Welcome Wong. I'm doing good. How about you? How about you, Zoke? Surge, welcome. Welcome Joey. Welcome people on YouTube. I see you all. I see you. I see you guys. Welcome Naeem. Glad to see you back as well. Things are going pretty good. Thanks Joey, thank you. As we're waiting, you guys can send in your tickers that you guys want me to look at. We'll start in about 4 minutes here. Hey Wong, of course, thank you for coming in here. So I do my lives on Monday and Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. I used to do Fridays as well, but it seems like a lot of people aren't willing to do and come in for these lives on Fridays since, you know, well, it's a Friday. So I chose to do Mondays and Wednesdays only. Okay. Hey, Bug Nation, what's good? I don't know you're Naeem. What's up, what's up? Q, I got your list there, PayPal and Apple, and it seems like Zoke also has PayPal, and then you said Baba as well, okay. Perfect, thank you guys, thank you. Okay, looks like we're getting more people on Instagram and on YouTube here, so we can actually start here. Alright, so welcome BC Skates, welcome. Like I've seen you before. Alright, so let's take some of these stickers out here. Alright, so gonna talk about the overall markets here. So we had that dip, right? Everyone should know about this dip last Friday after Thanksgiving, when that Omicron variant spooked the markets a bit. But then over the weekend, it seems like the markets just completely bounced back and it filled that gap. Well, halfway, or maybe a little bit more than halfway, and then the gap that Okay, well, all the people on Instagram, welcome guys, welcome. A lot of people are asking for PayPal here. That's nice. So for SPY, we are looking at the potential. So if you're able to push up higher and hold the bounce that we had today, we should see possibilities of 468 to 468.50. So that could be a nice scalp tomorrow to the upside. And then anything below, I would say 464 will be a nice scalp to the downside. Okay, so make sure you guys are watching out for those levels on SPY. And let's go ahead and look at the tickers that you guys have requested here. Okay, so Q, we have PayPal, and I know a lot of people are requesting PayPal here. So here's a little hint for PayPal. It is an official investment pick for the C.F.O watch. I know some of my subscribers are in here right now, and this pick has been my official investment pick since last week, and it might just be a right buy point here, as we're forming a nice base between 184ish to around 190ish, and it seems like just maybe we can see a little bit more consolidation happen and less volume for sellers here, and potentially have us break up above 190. But I just like the fact that we're okay. It seems like we're able to see some type of base here on the hourly time frame as well, and we might just be capitulating this downtrend here at some point here, and PayPal is pretty much oversold as well on the daily and the weekly. There is going to be there has to be actually a pretty good bounce and oversold bounce at the very least. So I would think that personally for me, I am in PayPal right now. I've added more today. I think it'll be a lot better if we can actually start bouncing above 190 and start using 190 as a new level of support instead of resistance. So I think it would be a good idea if well, I did have my eyes set on PayPal below 180 and then eventually 170, but I don't think that's going to happen unless we have an overall negative catalyst on PayPal or just a negative sentiment in the markets. But as you guys already know, everyone's really bullish on this potential Santa Claus rally that we can have. I'm just trying to make sure that you guys don't forget about 2018, late 2018, when literally everyone was expecting a Santa Claus rally on late 2018. And instead we got a huge sell-off. So that's something that you guys should always remember. That can happen as well, or we can just sell off for no reason as well. So make sure you guys are watching out for that, and you guys aren't too over leveraged to the long side. Okay, and then here you said Apple. Yeah, so Apple continuation to the upside, I think. This is really, really good in my opinion. Nice pullback on Friday. Nice bounce today. We might just be flagging on the hourly time frame. So if you look at the 2 hour, yeah, that's exactly it. So we are. So if I were to make a level here, like that, bam, and another level here, bam. So we're looking at support around 159, and then solid level of resistance around 162. If you're able to kind of go sideways a little bit more and form this nice broadening descending channel here, okay? I hope everyone's able to see this. All right, so everyone who's coming in right now, this is Apple. All right, Apple. Okay, so yeah, this gap is very, very big. So tomorrow we might see a little tiny sell-off in the morning as people are taking profits from today, or for people who had calls on Friday, and they still held throughout the day. And tomorrow might just be the day that they might sell, and might see a little tiny pullback back to 159. But if I was looking at Apple, I would kind of want Apple to go sideways a little bit longer here. Head a little bit lower, all right. Maybe find support around 156, and then we start to bounce a lot harder here, and then eventually break out above 158 on this descending channel here. This broadening descending channel on the hourly and the hourly time frames, all right. Specifically the 2 hour for me. I hope everyone on YouTube is able to hear me. If the music is too loud, go ahead and tell me as well. Hey, welcome. Alright, so Q, there's yours. And then Zogi said Baba, so we did PayPal already. Oops, I don't want to type that in there on YouTube. Chat there. But hey, at least you guys know what I'm looking at. So we're looking at Baba here, and I believe last time I said that I'm going to be looking at just like PayPal on a weekly time frame as well. And so Baba here is at a pretty strong support area. So if you take a look at right here, back in late or mid, I'll say mid-October-ish, and mid-December, we have touches around 130-ish, and then we have another one right here. So we can be seeing a potential double bottom here, as basically if we, I mean the plan is pretty simple here. If we break below 130, this name's most likely going to crash further, maybe even down to 110, which is my next level of support. But I kind of highly doubt that as well for Baba, because we've gone down significantly from all-time highs here as well. So if we just think about that, and for the fact that we're finally seeing some lower selling volume on the weekly candlesticks here, I think at the very least we can have a nice bounce here around 130 to 129 and have a nice entry around 133-ish. So Baba is something that you guys should also be watching out for the long term. But at the same time, here's something interesting. I think it'll be nice if if we continue to look at the competitors for Baba. So the tickers like JD, right? JD.com. So JD actually has been doing a lot better than its competitors like Alibaba, and JD.com is one of those kind of companies that are going to be, or what kind of winners, quote unquote winners, even though most of the private companies in China are not winners at all, due to all the crackdowns and financial regulatory fines and etc., right? The whole Chinese debacle going on there. But JD has been doing a lot better than its counterparts. So as Alibaba's monopoly in China is basically being fallen apart by the Chinese government, I think JD has more of a potential to finally reach more into their own market share and expand their business and operations without having to feel the pressure of Alibaba's monopolistic practices. All right, so oops, there we go. All right, so with that in mind, I think Baba is a very good entry here. So and IQ is a Netflix of China, right? Yeah, so IQ, I mean, this name has been being, like every other Chinese name, this is going crazy here. So, I don't know too much about IQ, but I think they have potential to have a short squeeze up to $10 here, or 11. But it seems like the selling is not done for IQ. I mean, the earnings were a little bit bad here. So, yeah, IQ, I could definitely see a nice short squeeze though. Okay, Andres, welcome, Joel, welcome. So excuse me guys on Instagram. I'm going to charge my phone here so that we can stay live here as long as possible if my charger works here. So I believe the next person here was Amat. So Wong, you said you want to see Amat. Oh, okay. Guess my charger just won't work. Give me 1 second, guys. I hope everyone's night has been good so far. Welcome everyone on YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, so I think I'm gonna flip you guys over this way. Or I guess not. So you guys won't be able to see. So in order to do this correctly, let's make sure. Okay, I guess I'll just have to wait it out. Okay. Alright. So where are we at? Oh, we're at Amat. A-M-A-T. I hope everyone on YouTube is able to hear me correctly. Please give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Hopefully. The music's not too loud. Okay, so AMAT, nice breakout. I mean, this is pretty solid breakout today. So all the semiconductors today were very strong. So I would highly recommend that you guys look at the semiconductor names tomorrow, especially AMAT, TSM. QCOM, AMD, NVIDIA, but I think AMAT has a nice potential for a pullback tomorrow entry around 149.50, maybe even 149 itself, 149.00 whole number, and that'll be a great entry to the upside, and we might see some selling around 154, so that could be a good profit target there for you, Wong. And then SBUX, Starbucks. So Starbucks started a nice downtrend. All right. So I was expecting a little nice breakout up to once we're able to break out above 114.50, but that did not happen. All right. As on Friday we gapped down, and then today we saw some more selling, and now we got an official death cross as most of my major SMAs, the 10, 21, and the 50, are curling downwards. Okay. So to be honest, I think we have a little bit more downside to look out for S-Bucks, but my line in the sand right now is 109.50 to around 110. I think once we're able to hold that, at the very least, we can actually break out above 111.50 and maybe go up to around, I would say, 113. But there is some selling pressure here on Starbucks. So I would say if you want to short Starbucks, wait for that break below 109.80ish. Okay. And then I'm always at INTC, the last ticker here. Well. Look at that. Guys, here. So this is probably something that I really want to show you guys here. Okay. So this is where my prediction is about to become true. So I analyzed INTC for one of you guys last week, and I drew this. So if you guys don't know, can't see what this is. This light blue line, okay, is the 21 SMA. Okay, and then the 10 is my, the red line is my 10 SMA. And I said that I'm going to expect the SMAs to start moving in this manner here. And I said the 21 SMA should start crossing above the 10 while the 10 starts to go lower. And guess what we did today? Right? Okay, well, guess what we're looking at now? Right, so if we move this, right, the 21 SMA just crossed above the 10, and the 10 is starting to go lower. Right, and so what I'm going to expect now is exactly the same thing as I said before, right? We're going to expect, the very least, okay, the 10 to, let's make that red, to go lower, and eventually allow the price to ride up higher and support the way higher as well. Okay, so this is how I'm going to expect the 10 SMA to move, and then eventually I'm going to expect the 21 SMA to head up a little bit higher and then come back down and go like this. Okay, so watch out for how those SMAs behave. Alright, so it seems like it's following what I'm expecting so far and what I'm going to expect in the near-term future as well. Okay, so let's get rid of this now. Right, so that's the reason why I love using my SMAs, because I know how they work and I know how they form. Welcome Sam, welcome Lejef. Okay, so Intel, like I said, another good name to look at in the semiconductor sector. Once we break above 50 and hold above 50, we can see that my SMA prediction there. And the price can continue to go up higher and eventually hit resistance around 51.50 to around 51. Okay, so Wong, that's it for yours. Kevin, welcome. Okay, seems like a lot of people are asking for PayPal, so we did PayPal already. Baba and Airbnb, Chris. And Project K, I will do MQ. Sis to YouTube from IG. Okay, perfect. So Airbnb. So Airbnb was a name that I put on for the C.F.O Swing Watch over on Sunday yesterday, and today it did perfectly well as I was expecting. As I was expecting Airbnb to kind of recover from the crash that it had. And so now what we have here is that we've broken out on this, if you want the 2 hour time frame, on this descending channel here. And I expect us to reject tomorrow at 181-ish tomorrow and head lower and retest this descending level of resistance here. Okay, and once we're able to do that, we should be able to see a bounce again and then a lower high being made. So for now, I'm expecting a little bit more of a downtrend on Airbnb because of the fact that we have uncertain COVID pressures, and it's basically negative sentiment, right? Today we just got that relief bounce as the overall markets decide to bounce as well, and Airbnb participated in that bounce. But with that in mind, I did tell my subscribers to get in above when it breaks above 177. That will be our breakout point, and that was perfect today. So if any of my subscribers are in here and if you guys caught that, congratulations. I caught that as well this morning, and it seems like we should be able to see at the very least tomorrow an open around 181 or even 182, and then see that rejection that I'm looking out for and that lower high being made. But so far, I like the fact that on the 200 SMA here, okay, if I get rid of all the candlesticks here, seems like this 200 SMA is moving lower, right? So it's curling downwards, and what this tells me, okay, is that we should be seeing more upside, all right, just based on the SMA here. Okay, so it's not 100% that these SMAs work, obviously, because there's no technical indicator that's 100% foolproof, but The 200 and the 50 SMAs are probably one of the most commonly used SMAs and the most reliable as well. And so, we have the 200 SMA curling downward, and then the 50 SMA should eventually start curling downward as well if the price goes up higher. But the 50 SMA is not. So that's the reason why I think we have a little bit more of a downside movement left. If we don't do that, then that's fine, right? I mean, more upside, that's always a good thing to look at and look out for. But today was a great entry at 177. My subscribers in the C.F.O Discord did see my message. I hope you guys saw it. If any of you guys are in here, and if you guys aren't in the C.F.O Discord, I highly recommend you guys join for $10 per month. And that sale only goes on until after Christmas. So 12/26. Okay. And Wong said, thank you for a month S-Bucks and in NTC Intel. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. All right, so Project K and Q. So this is also a name on the C.F.O Streaming Watch. It's been on the C.F.O Streaming Watch for 2 weeks. And Jeff, you said, can you go with Twilio next, please? Yes, I'll go after MQ since Project K has requested this ticker first. So MQ, like I said on the video, on the technical analysis video, that MQ is making this very nice downtrend, and if we're able to hold above $20 here and eventually break out above 22.50 to around $22, we can see a pretty good big movement to the upside. But I do not like the fact that MQ did not participate in any of the tech bounce today. Instead, we got more selling. All right, so we rejected off of this decent level of resistance, and we coincided this level of resistance coincided with the 10 SMA as well, as we rejected from the 10 SMA too. So this just gives us even more, it gave the sellers even more of a conviction to reject this name at around $22 and $22.50. Okay, and if we see more selling tomorrow, eventually we might see new lows on this name as you break below 20 and head towards $18. So if you break below $20 here, my price target for MQ will be around $18 here to the short side. Hey, welcome June. So let's go with Twilio. Alright, so Twilio here, I would say, so Twilio is obviously a growth name. If you guys didn't know that, it's a major leader in its space, and Twilio has been a pretty good runner in 2020 so far and 2021. But it seems like it's finally cooling down here. We're forming a nice descending triangle. So we're at the moment we're respecting, this descending trend line here of resistance, and we should be able to see some type of price action like this, where we come back up again, we snap right back down, and eventually you might have a big break to the downside here, right below 275-ish. Okay, 275 to 274-ish. So as we're kind of moving up and down here, we should be able to actually trade a range trade this at the very least, as we're getting tighter and tighter and heading towards this point here where the descending triangle is almost formed here. So once we are close to this point here, we might see that big breakdown, because descending triangles are usually bearish. All right, but at the same time, all right, I can't ignore the fact, the bigger picture here, the macro chart pattern I'm looking at here currently right now is a very nice bull flag. All right, we have our flagpole right here, and then we have our own flag, which is the micro descending triangle. Okay, so we have a macro bull flag, and then we have a micro descending triangle here. So that's kind of conflicting information there, but I would say focus on the bigger picture, and if we're able to break up above this descending level of resistance, that's even better. And we might just see that break, since this is a growth name, and it's a leader in its sector. And it's a very strong name whenever it has any large dips like this due to earnings. So we might be able to see that continuation to the upside after a nice bounce. Joel said, I kept out of DAL because of you. Thank you. Of course, man. Of course. You're welcome for that. Alright, so that's it for Twilio. I don't really think I'm not gonna look at the daily time frame. I'm gonna look at the overall big picture on Twilio since it is a growth name. But if I were to trade this on a daily time frame, I would say keep a watch on the 300 price level, okay, and then eventually 304. But it seems like we're bouncing pretty well at this line in the sand that I've drawn here around 278.50. So keep watch around this area of 275 to 278.50ish. So that's a good buy area there, I believe. Okay, Shiba holders, welcome, or Shiba hodlers. Wolf on my street, welcome. Down to Pho. Welcome, guys. Jose, welcome. Okay, so there's a ticker I actually want to go over with you guys. So if anyone else, seems like no one else has any tickers to submit here, which is completely fine because I am going to be ending here soon. But after I go over NIO, all right. So NIO. So NIO has been a month long, or almost 2 months here, of the official investment pick for the C.F.O Swinger Watch, and it's done really well so far. So we've had, let's see. So ever since it was on the C.F.O Swinger Watch, there was a almost 30% increase from the entry price when it was first in the C.F.O Swinger Watch. So I believe we can see some more upside because today of the action today. So we're looking at this ascending support trend line here, and once they're able to break up above 41 and stay above 41, finally, hopefully, we should be able to see a nice push towards 42 and eventually a big break towards that $50 price target I have for NIO. But it seems like first off, we might be seeing that 10 SMA doing that thing where we cross below the candlesticks and we come back upwards. Okay, so we might be seeing something like this again. So something like this, right? Where we curve underneath and then we go up like this. All right. So keep watch on NIO. I'm pretty bullish on this one as well. I expect Chinese EV makers to do a lot better next year as well, and they should have less pressure from the government. And then, okay, so Jeff, this will be the last name for tonight, PLTR. Right. So anyone who hasn't been able to submit a ticker, come back on Wednesday. I hope to see you guys back on Wednesday as well. But let's go over PLTR. So PLTR, wow. So it broke this critical level support that I was watching around 21.50. And it seems like we have more downside left. So clearly, we're in a huge downtrend from around $27 to $26 back in early November, and it was a clear breakout to the downside as we broke below $26 here, as we rejected on earnings reaction on this ascending wedge here, or rising wedge. All right, so that's the same thing, but just maybe here, nothing for sure, but as we are still in the overall downtrend, we might have found support around 20.10, which could be good for the stock here. There might be some accumulation going on here as buyers are buying more shares around $20, and they might just want to see the price hold above 20, and they don't want the price PLTR to go lower than $20, which is fine, right? But like I said before, there was also that time here where we broke to the downside hard, Okay, right here, and then we bounced right at $17. So Jeff, if you're wanting to get PLTR for cheap, I would say wait until we come back down here. Okay, around $17, which will be our huge major level support, and potentially have that nice double bottom bounce. And this also kind of looks like BABA as well, if you remember the chart for BABA on the weekly time frame. So PLTR also has potential to have this nice big double bottom bounce if we're able to come back below to $17. But I don't think, you know, if the buyers are able to defend $20 here and continue to accumulate shares and increase the position around $20, they might just be able to defend it so that the sellers have completely quit to try to sell this name to the downside and have a nice big pullback to $17 here. But personally for me, I would say, well, I'm not touching this name for now. As we are still in a nice downtrend, I want to take some cheap shares here for PLTR, especially if it goes below $20. Okay, so that is it for today. I really hope that you guys enjoy every single one of these sessions that I do for you guys. If you guys remember the times and the days I do these sessions, it's Monday and Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so, and if you guys are not in the C.F.O Discord or the C.F.O Streamer Watch, go ahead and subscribe using the link in bio, or for people on YouTube, take a look at the description box below, and you guys should be able to see the very first link, which is my C.F.O Streamer Watch subscription link, and go ahead and click that to subscribe. And I know people have been requesting for payment options for Tesla, not Tesla, for the C.F.O Swinger Watch, and there's 3 different tiers. All right, the first one is lifetime, the second is yearly, and the third is monthly. Okay, so just to let you guys know how those tiers work. All right, you guys can also just read it on the website as well. But with that, that is it for tonight. Thank you guys. Good night. Good night. Hey, Naeem. So before I leave, Tesla to push up for all-time highs? Maybe. Take a look at what I said, what I will say for Tesla tomorrow. I'm going to write up a little tiny technical analysis review for Tesla tomorrow morning on the C.F.O Discord. Okay, Naeem? So watch out for that. Okay, everyone, have a great night. Have a great rest of the night. I hope to see you guys on Wednesday. I would love to see everyone come in on Wednesday. Thank you all for joining.